It's like, it's so easy, right? It's really, it's so easy. Too easy for the mind, too easy for the me who loves complex problems, problem solving, systems, instructions, how to, why, when. Because me is literally the sense of time and space, so it needs a start and it needs a finish line and it needs a how to get there, And there's nowhere to get. It's but I mean, yeah, there's only whatever is appearing. Like, there literally is nothing else. There is only what is happening and appearing for the apparent character, and it's not even appearing for anyone. There is only what's happening. Oh, it's so funny that there's only these words coming. There is only what's happening, because it's so obvious and it's so easy, and it's just so wow that there is only what's happening. All the drama, the whole world, the constructs, that's all in thought. Like, there's only a war in the mind with thoughts, and there is actually something else going on, and there is more than whatever is happening. That is only a sense, that is only a feeling, that is only a thought, that there is more than whatever is happening. And that's so fucking stunning, that's so fucking mind-blowing, that's all an artificial overlay, that's all an illusion, a dream, a play. And just this wow, this almost frightening, panicking sense of there was never anyone in control. There's no one who can know anything. This is, if you're going to speak in concept of consciousness, this is fucking zero. This is the end. This is the bottom line of consciousness. It's the it's the opposite of what the me wants. Obviously, he only wants to level up and know more, to be more secure and sit better in what cannot be understood or been inside of. There is no one who can be inside of anything, but the me wants to be so fucking secure with a million seat belts in this illusionary car of life and the path, with just knowledge and security. Literally forgot what I was talking about now. 100% disappeared. But it doesn't matter, because there's no point. It's pointless already. So there's nowhere to get. There's no conclusion. There literally is no conclusion. But there is only what is appearing to happen. All else is just thought and dream. There's nobody in control. There was never anyone choosing to do anything or controlling this. And, it's so frustrating when that starts to crumble, of course, because it's like running, letting a running horse out of the cage. But it was always like that. This was always running wild without anyone. It was never in control. Nothing can control this. Of course not. There isn't even a thing that's this. This isn't anything. It's nothing. It's just what's happening, and there's nobody in control and no one is doing anything. Isn't that so wild? And there's no way to be. Nobody can fucking be. There's no such thing as being. Being is doing. Doing is dreaming. As in, I am doing that. I can choose to be. That's just another fucking story that someone can be. There's no one who can be. There's literally no sense of knowing fucking anything. You cannot even be. There's no one who can do anything. There's literally no one. So it's just whatever is appearing to happen. And it's, it was always whole, full, complete, as in doesn't give a shit about anything because nothing matters. So no one needs to be fucking happy, clappy, positive. Nothing, really nothing. Nothing matters. No certain way to be. There are no ways. There is no path and no ways. No ways to be and nowhere to walk. Just this big fucking mind-blowing kaboom, you know? And it's so beautiful. Just be, you know, it's just whatever. It's not even anyone who can enjoy that fruit of, oh, there's nobody here. But it's also just so relaxing, of course. But for nobody though, because that somebody is the one who melts. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's so funny with the stories of universe and consciousness, and I don't even know anymore. I pretty much forgot all about that jazz. But there's only what's happening. There's only sitting in a kitchen. There's only sitting in a kitchen in an apparent apartment. There's only apparently someone sitting in a kitchen, but of course not, because this is not separate from the kitchen. And I totally get that. You really want this. You think you really want this. You also want to be someone who is not separate from the kitchen, but there is no one who can be that. There is no one in anyone. It's just that sense of someone who wants to be that can just melt, and then it's like it was never there. There's no one there. They can come and go and whatever, because this is already appearing as that. This is already appearing as I want to also not be separate from the fucking kitchen. I love that you can sound so crazy talking about this. That's so fucking awesome. That's so cool. But it's so normal, of course. It's just going to work. It's just studying at work, because apparently this wants to go back to nurse school and become a nurse. It's just waiting for a boyfriend to come home, and we're gonna watch Breaking Bad together. There's just listening to fucking psytrance doing the dishes. It's so normal. It's just paying the bills. It's just checking your monthly salary, you know, looking at the numbers and feeling, oh fuck, I wish it was more. There's just feeling disappointment at, fuck, it was supposed to be more. What happened? And there's just wishing for the numbers to increase, which they probably will actually, because yeah, they usually do towards the end of the month, but there's just that. There's just having a hole in your freaking cabinet because something happened there. I have no idea what happened there. There's just what's happening. Nothing spacey, out of the worldly, I don't know, blah blah, alien-y, rainbowy, glittery, I don't know, whatever, you know, whatever. It's yeah, it's the freedom of the one who wish for things to be different, something else. But there's no one who knows that though. There's no one who's missing that, or who knows that that is not there. So really, it's just so empty. It's just so empty. And any story can arise in this emptiness, so to speak. It's just telling stories, actually. Anything can arise. Any kind of neurosis can arise. It can be like, you know, either they're just there, that's just this appearing as a neurosis, or it's a neurosis from the story. That's just, you know, appearing, and maybe it's crumbling because it's actually dying, you know, so it's coming and going. Or it's just whatever, you know, it's really whatever. It's really whatever. But it seems like stories can, you know, they can bubble up very intensely, and then less and less and less intense, and suddenly it's just so fucking empty, and there's no response anymore to something that used to be very wild and very maybe emotionally, and very energetic, like wow, full on, like whatever, it doesn't matter what scenario is, but yeah, it depends on the story. Apparently it can be like that, but that's not a thing, that's not a concept, that's not a way, that's not a guarantee. Because there are no such things, whatever I just said now, there are no such thing as in they actually do exist and they actually happen to you. This doesn't happen to anyone. Yeah. Yeah. This can also be the beginning of appearing a bit rude and weird, because here this character is just, it laughs a lot, and it can just laugh in the wrong moments because it doesn't take the story seriously anymore. Of course, it can be full on compassion and helping, but it can be equally much ha ha ha, a giggle comes out and someone has to say, hey, actually, like I'm serious, and I'm like, oh, okay. But there's no choice in that, though, and there's just so much lightness in all the stories, even when there's appears very heavy. There's heavy stories appearing here too, of course. Sick family members who are in really fucking crazy relationships with abusive partners, and there's full on fucking life that's all just this unconditional love, unconditional, and no one is questioning that. Of course, this character can just act out and be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, leave my whatever family member alone, you're a monster. And that's just unconditional love appearing as that. And yeah, it can never be understood, and it sounds really weird. Of course it sounds really weird for the one who lives in time, space, concepts, rights and wrongs. And that's just this appearing as that. Or something like that. Time for food and Breaking Bad. Bye.